Hello, this is Opinion Radar. As a mother, I'm always on the lookout for creative activities that I can enjoy with my daughter and that encourage her imagination. Today, we're exploring the Cool Maker KumiKreator, a unique braiding machine designed to bring a modern twist to the timeless art of making friendship bracelets. This kit promises to transform a traditionally time-consuming craft into a quick and engaging project for kids. In this review, we'll dive into our hands-on experience, what it's like to use this device, how it stands up to real-world play, and whether it's the right fit for your family. So, join us as we thread our way through the joys and challenges of creating beautiful handmade jewelry together. As a mom who loves finding creative gifts for my daughter, I was really drawn to the Cool Maker KumiKreator bead and braider friendship necklace and bracelet making kit. At a price point of $23, it seemed like a solid investment for a crafty activity we could do together. The concept is simple. It's a machine that takes the ancient art of kumihimo braiding and makes it accessible and fast for kids. The kit comes with everything you need to get started making friendship bracelets and necklaces, which is a huge plus because it taps into that classic childhood tradition of making and exchanging friendship bracelets. The idea of a machine that can do in minutes what traditionally takes hours of tedious work was incredibly appealing to both me and my daughter, who has a passion for creating, but sometimes loses patience with very time-consuming projects. When we first opened the box, I'll admit there was a bit of a learning curve. The machine itself is cleverly designed, with a clear top, so you can watch the magic happen, and it requires careful setup of the spools and threading. We quickly found that following the instructions to the letter is absolutely essential. This isn't a toy you can just figure out intuitively. My daughter, who is 7, needed my help to set it up the first few times. We found that using the YouTube video they recommended was a lifesaver. Seeing someone else do it step by step made all the difference. Once we got the hang of it, the process became much smoother, and I could see that with a bit more practice, she'd be able to handle the setup almost entirely on her own. The sense of accomplishment we both felt when we successfully created our first perfectly braided bracelet was fantastic. One of the standout features for us was the versatility. While the kit includes its own colorful cords, we discovered we could also use other materials like embroidery floss, which is great because we have tons of that from other craft projects. This not only saved us money on refill kits, which I agree can be pricey, but also allowed us to customize our bracelets with different colors and thicknesses. We found that using embroidery thread made for a slightly thinner bracelet, but it was perfect for smaller wrists or when we wanted a more delicate look. The machine is surprisingly efficient. It genuinely takes just a few minutes to create a bracelet, which is a game changer compared to the traditional method. This made it ideal for sleepovers or rainy afternoons when we wanted to make several gifts without dedicating the entire day to it. However, it's not all smooth sailing. We did run into some functional hiccups. The machine doesn't always stay firmly in place on the table, especially when my daughter is enthusiastically turning the handle. This can lead to it shifting, which sometimes affected the quality of the braid. We found that placing a non-slip mat underneath helped tremendously. Another point of frustration was the need to constantly pull the bracket up to prevent tangling. If we forgot even once, the bracelet would become a hopeless knotted mess, and we'd have to start over from scratch. These moments required patience and a do-over, which could be discouraging for a young crafter. It's clear the product works well when used correctly, but it demands attention and precision, which might be a bit much for some kids on their own. From a quality perspective, our experience has been mixed. There were times when the braid came out beautifully, tight, even, and professional looking, and times when the tension was off, resulting in a loose or uneven bracelet. I learned, through a few failed attempts, that the tension is critical and that loading the spools correctly is paramount. You have to ensure the thread comes off the spool in the right direction and that the spool is inserted with the solid part facing forward. It's easy to make a mistake, and if you do, the machine will jam or produce poor results. This made me realize that while the machine simplifies the braiding process, the setup and preparation still require a steady hand and a bit of practice. It's not a foolproof device, but with guidance, it produces lovely results. Overall, the KumiKreator is a fun and innovative craft kit that has been a hit in our household, especially for creative afternoons. It's a great gift for girls aged 8 and up who enjoy hands-on projects, though younger kids like my 7-year-old definitely need an adult's help to get started. The pros are clear. It's fast, versatile, and creates professional-looking bracelets that make wonderful, heartfelt gifts for friends and family. The cons are the need for careful setup, the occasional functional frustrations, and the ongoing cost if you rely on their refill kits. My daughter's eyes lit up the first time she wore a bracelet she made herself, and that moment made every bit of troubleshooting worthwhile. For any mom looking for a gift that combines creativity with a bit of STEM learning, this is a solid choice. Just be prepared to be a patient guide at the beginning. So, if you're ready to braid up some fun, don't let this review be the end of our creative thread. Like this video if you found it helpful, and subscribe for more kid-friendly craft reviews. I'd love to see the beautiful bracelets you and your little ones create.